I do think there's a big misconception with Lido staking, and everyone says Lido staking is free money. It's really not, and I think that's where the big problem arises. So if you're holding your Ethereum staking, don't be too afraid. But also, like, there is there is risk. There's definitely a risk that we are seeing right now that a lot of people do not realize in that chance, that don't realize that is a problem. So I am excited to talk about this. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This is your host, Coin Central. But the reason why I like Lido and Ethereum staking basically is it's actually good for the network. It's good for Ethereum. And people tell you to stake, just not in completely centralized entities. There's an inherent risk that Lido could contain a smart contract vulnerability or a bug. So if that happens, I do think Ethereum will crash like 40-50%. So probably around 30% like will get wiped out. That's the big thing. Like tons and tons will get wiped if that happens, and it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. If people don't realize it's a problem, well, it is, and people will notice that in a way. Like they will notice the crashes, and they might even end up selling a large big chunk of their portfolio in that way. So that being said, it does seem like crypto is just getting started in a way. It's gonna be improving in a sense in the near future. So I am excited for Lido to improve. So there is more chances really, but the thing is there's also technical risk. It's under active development, and there's no guarantee that the ETH has been developed error free. So you basically get in all these, if you don't stake for yourself, you get basically a promise token. So it's like, I call them a promise token because it's worth zero unless someone is willing to pay for it, or unless there is active Ethereum that you can get back for it. And that's the big difference about it. Like a lot of people don't realize that possibly like the Ethereum you have now, it could crash. It could like crash if something happens, if the market goes bad. Now, these are such small scenarios. I would say like the percent chance of any of these scenarios happening is like 10 to 20% chance. And if this happens, crypto is going to be like really down under anyway. It's not going to matter anyway. So here's where I think is like the big difference in that aspect that I feel like is gonna like change the future of crypto. So I am definitely excited on what will happen next with crypto in that sense. Like there is possibilities that crypto could be seeing on ST Ethereum price risk. Users risk an exchange price of ST. So we saw that in 2022. That was another problem. And again, these are also problems with maybe if you're staking on Coinbase or Binance on centralized exchanges. This could also be the biggest problem. Now, the slashing risk is actually very small. To minimize this risk, Lido stakes across multiple professional, reputable node operators with multiple setups and with additional mitigation in the form of insurance that is paid from Lido fees. So this is a very small chance to happen. And then also, if Ethereum fails to reach required level of adoption, we could experience significant fluctuations in the value of ETH and ST. So this is actually adoption risk. Like they are saying like this matters as a whole. Like you shouldn't buy Ethereum if you don't trust that crypto will go down. And I think that's the big problem here. Like a lot of people think and say, yeah, well, the difference here is like, will you seriously buy Ethereum if you think it will crash or it won't perform well? And I think that's where the issue seriously arises with projects like that. So that's something that intrigues me really. But there are sorry about that, risk for sure. But are these risks worth your money and your time? Are you gonna lose like a lot of money overall? Yeah, probably not. Probably nothing will happen. But you still have to be safe, and that's where you have to realize the potential risk of crypto. Like no money is free money. So think of it as like that. That's where I think is the potential risk, like where people have to realize that nothing in this world is going to be free in that sense. It's going to be problematic. It's not going to be so simple. But if you like that, then go for it. It's actually a pretty decent setup. So I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone.